Honestly, I don't know much about Sweden. I was gonna say like a grandma.
Grandma?
Oh my god.
Hi!
I think for sure we have a few stereotypes for each country.
Everyone has stereotypes of other countries, so I think it'd be impossible not to have.
I think especially if you haven't been to the country, you kind of like live off of that a little bit.
Not like, I don't think like every country, but like almost.
Some country I have, yeah.
I think like, because me as a person, I'm not really thinking about stereotypes, but I'm pretty sure Germans usually have stereotypes, or like the older
Like since we were little, what you heard in school, and maybe it's not like right, it's bad.
There are some things that you don't even think it's a stereotype, but then later on you might realize it is.
That's true, that's
True.
So today we're going to be using only one word to describe each of our countries.
That's pretty hard, one word.
Oh my god. So first one's Brazil. For me, the first thing I think is football.
For me, it's jokes.
Oh,
Jokes.
For me, like samba. It's like dancing, you know. Brazil is like Japanese people thinking it's like dancing.
for me, I would say vibrant. I think the country itself and the color, the colors are very vibrant for me.
Yeah, I would add to that. I also thought about vibrant, but more like maybe colorful.
For me, I would say proud, because whenever you look at any comment section or anything, always people are, come to Brazil, we love Brazil. Like,
And now you're gonna get comments today.
they're very passionate about how much they love Brazil, and I think that's really lovely.
Well, I think that's kind of true. I feel like Brazilians are very passionate, for sure. I was a little bit surprised by the colorful. Well, I get it.
Yeah.
At firstly, I would think it's either the passionate or even the jokes, because that goes to like the Brazilian population, like their personality. I think it represents them well. Ooh.
Oh my god.
I can pick myself, right? Listen, passionate and jokes, they're right there for me. But I'm going to put jokes because Brazilians have a great sense of humor, and we really like to look at life in a very positive life. Life can go wrong, but we're like, you know what, let's just laugh it off.
Are most people like outgoing, like extroverts?
I like that.
They're not necessarily extroverts, but we are very open.
Like if you're walking down the street, you just talk to someone randomly?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah, my mom, she shares my life to random strangers all
Oh.
like standing in a line. So yeah,
That's cool.
That's definitely a thing.
It's kind of it's very different to Japanese people, because Japanese people have the like very shy like personality, so they doesn't talk each other for like doesn't know people. So I think it's very different thing, but I really like that too. Like talk like someone to share my life.
I think Korea is like kind of similar to Japan.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and the US.
Will they be good or bad? Let's see. Here we go. Everyone's gonna hate me for saying this, but when I think of America, we're like taught from a young age about freedom. So like, you know, that's like the big thing, America, like freedom. So I'm like gonna get a lot of hate right now, but.
For me, it would be like entertainment, because I see a lot of movies, music,
Hollywood, and
yeah, everything. If you think about the songs we listen to, there's a lot of American songs, movies as well, TV shows.
Oh, actually, I'm same to her, to freedom, but like next one, I thought that like hamburger.
I love that.
it's okay. I'm not angry. It's
I'm
fine.
sorry, but
It's okay.
you know, like if like
Thank you, McDonald's and Burger King. That's
maybe some like Japanese
stereotype.
people like maybe agree with me. Someone like listen to like a US burger.
I think food-wise.
Yeah. As a Korean, it's kind of similar to sake, but
Right? You know it, right?
because like in everyday life, the most American thing you would like be close to is McDonald's.
That's why I say that.
Maybe it's more like a stereotype also what I'm thinking of, but
Just go.
what I'm what I'm thinking of is like big.
Big?
Like in
everything?
itself is really big. The cars are really big. The drinks like orange juice, milk, and everything is in big containers. Like
I can't even be angry. It's true, and especially Texas. Like Texans, crazy.
Oh.
would say influence, which is kind of tied in with the media, but also like I think just what they're thinking and what they're doing tend to influence other countries in many different aspects. I think it's the #1 country that other countries talk about when something happens.
Does it show up on your news a lot?
Yeah. I don't feel like I see any other country's news or something happening as much as ours.
Yeah, that is true. We hear a lot about like American politics and
It makes sense. I mean, if you look at our military, even all across the world, and like our companies all across the world, like McDonald's everywhere. So music and Hollywood, because like kind of a few of them tied together. And I'm from Ohio, so I'll put that there.
Oh, that's cute.
Japan, you have like, is it like something Ohio?
It's a morning.
What is it like?
Ohio. It's a morning.
So I was talking to a guy the other day, and he wrote like Ohio on his profile, and I was like, "Oh my God, you've been to Ohio?" And he's like, "No, I speak Japanese." And I was like, "What?"
Oh, that's funny.
So okay, fun fact. There you go. Germany. I mean, there's one that everybody thinks of, and I don't want to be like bad stereotypes. So I'm gonna just say Oktoberfest. Beer.
I think like organization. Like they're very like organized, very even methodical, I would say.
She hasn't said I think I can say like other things maybe. In German, people speak English well, so like it's good.
Like diverse.
Yeah.
First thing that pops up is sausages.
Oh,
I thought the
Beer, sausage.
So good.
Mine is, I could say a bit strong one. A stereotype I hear a lot is that they're unfunny.
Oh, really? They're not funny? Oh.
More like
Unfunny?
they don't make good jokes or they don't take jokes well.
Is that true? You're laughing.
And
Is it true?
I've heard this a lot, and I don't know necessarily if it's true because I haven't been to Germany, but to some extent, yeah.
Oh, I'm really bad in telling jokes.
Oh, there we go.
See?
It's not a stereotype.
See? Like, you know these kind of like dad jokes?
Like cringy, like that jokes. Okay.
But I like
I'll
that.
take it.
I like that.
Yeah, so like sometimes when I meet my friends and I'm tell them like, or I show them, oh that's funny, they're like, it's not funny. Or it's not funny. So.
Okay.
And the punctuality, it's so not true.
It's not? Really?
It's just a stereotype. People think German are really punctual.
Because I thought
Because
that too.
I've been to Germany, and maybe it's compared to Brazil. Because in Brazil,
maybe.
the culture is to be late, basically.
It's like
So you guys are very punctual compared to our
Probably, yes.
population.
We were 10 minutes late today though.
For example, if you set a party at 7, when will people start showing up?
8?
what?
Eight.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Because
I hear that.
it's just in the mind that we're like, we don't want to come to.
In America too, though, because it's like the party's not going until later.
Yeah, right.
But I think, what if you have like a meeting or like something work related that's really important?
Oh, we 10 minutes early.
10 minutes early?
There we go.
Oh, okay.
It's really known for being late. I would probably go for the strong one.
Strong.
It's like it's so stereotypical.
Yeah, America goes this way, right?
Yeah, but maybe if you're from like Europe, it would be like this.
It's also about the punctuality. There's like one word that actually describes it better than being strong, but also because of, for people, our language sounds really hard. Like
Harsh.
strong.
Oh yeah, it is.
And we have kind of this personality that we look like bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Like especially the older people.
I thought
Honestly, I like don't know much about Sweden,
I'm expecting this. Yeah.
but yeah, I can also think like
Just say the first thing that pops into your head. I won't be mad. You can do strong one.
I was gonna say like a grandma
Grandma?
because in
That's my nickname.
in Korea. In Korea, there's this TV show called 신서유기. I'm not sure if people know. And there's like a cast called Minho, and he dyed his hair like blonde, like
Yeah.
really, really pale blonde. And then like the nickname for him became like a Sweden grandma.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I heard about Sweden, honestly.
Actually, I'm like nature and a beautiful woman because the sweet.
I think the standards are like really fit to Asian standards, the beauty standards.
I hope I'm not getting this wrong.
Let's see.
But I think of salmon.
This is more Norway, but Sweden also eats a lot of salmon.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, food.
Whoa!
The food ones are the best ones.
Because when you go to IKEA, you have meatballs, and then they always put like a Swedish flag over it. Yeah.
So for me, I would say a Swedish word, which is lagom, which means not too much, not too little, just right. And that describes everything about the people and what they think about stuff. Like, you shouldn't be too ostentatious, but not too not ostentatious. So it's like everything should be in the middle. And you know, if you go up outside of that, people might think you're weird or something. So that's a really common thing people would describe Sweden. Well, what was there else? Nature.
Yeah.
Personally, I also think Norway has more beautiful nature because Sweden's very flat for most of it.
I have a question, because when I thought about nature, I was thinking first about the Northern Lights, but also, is it Swedish that people, I think it was Swedish, that they just jump in cold water and bath in cold. That's what I was thinking of.
We do that. We do that.
Wow.
For Northern Lights, yeah, it's more north, so I haven't seen it, but sometimes it comes south because I'm from South Sweden. But for jumping, yeah, we do that. Some people don't, but I've done it many times. You would go like jump into a cold lake and then you go into a sauna and then you keep doing it over and over again.
This doesn't die?
For fun?
No, it's like
healthy.
it's healthy.
Yeah.
It's healthy. I think they do that more in Finland, but like we do that in Sweden too. Yeah.
Wow.
I also heard that in Sweden, like fashion and like design is really big.
Yeah, there's so many famous brands and stuff that people don't know about.
That is actually Swedish.
Yeah. I think people would be surprised to know. So I feel like I can't put the nature one. Just because I feel like when I drive around in Sweden, but again, I'm from the super south, so I'm like, it's not really that much fun. So I feel like I want to put the one that I said. Lagom. Oh, you want to look at it?
Yeah, can I?
How do you pronounce it again?
Lagom.
Lagom.
So A is almost like O.
Okay. My turn.
For me, I'll say the word and then I'll explain. Contradictory. Japan is known for being very like high tech, and when I went there, for me it was very shocking how everything is very retro, like the taxis or even some buildings. Like it looks retro. You understand what I'm trying to say, though, right?
I would say the sakura.
Yeah. I have two words in my mind and I'm not sure what I want to say. Because one is really stereotype. The one thing I'm thinking of is aegyo.
Oh.
Because it's way stronger.
It's true, when you speak sake, it's very cute.
I don't think so actually, but like if we say that too, okay.
It's very cute.
Can you say something?
Konnichiwa.
A little bit more than that.
And actually the second one was fashion. Because it's way more crazy and fashionable.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was thinking the same like you said about the contrast between the old and the new, but I'm trying to think of something that other people didn't say. When I went to Japan for 1 month recently, one thing that shocked me was I was thinking especially girls were being more shy, but I came to find out that girls are so extroverted, I think much more than guys, just my opinion. Like, they were much more friendly and talkative and outgoing than I expected. And I think that is a negative stereotype that people have of Japanese people, that they're very shy and very like, maybe even submissive, I heard people say, but I didn't get that feeling at all when I was there. Like,
Actually, like, I don't understand why they think about the Japanese people shy. Maybe my things all the time think about the like lip pry to people, like don't get like hurt in it. Anybody, so maybe they just like behave and then talk. It's very like careful. That's why maybe other people think that Japanese people doesn't speak a lot, and then they behave it doesn't like louder. So that's why they.
I think it's just like when you put in comparison to some other countries, they do come off as shy compared to them. I don't think they're shy.
Like
they're just like
Americans.
less loud or less whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
I don't know which one I'm gonna choose. Every single different things, and then I don't know, it's very hard to choose. Maybe old, like everyone thinks that like cute.
Oh yeah.
It's maybe like same things. So I pick it at cute.
Is that kawaii?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cute.
Korean.
I'm thinking about workaholics.
True.
True.
Like students as much as possible, no matter what time it is.
I have a strong one. I'm sorry. Alcoholism. I feel like out of every country I've ever been to, Korea drinks the most and most often and to the point where they can't stand. I heard like this would happen a lot in Japan, but I feel like it's worse in Korea.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the ground, like on the
Sleeping on the ground.
Yeah, for me it's surprising because Brazilians, they do drink a lot, but I feel like we have like an age range where you drink a lot. But here in Korea, you're like young, you're old, the whole time you're drinking.
Yeah. 24시간.
It's so cheap.
Yeah.
For me, K-pop.
Oh.
In Japanese people, it's like crazy, like Korean K-pop, Korean drama.
For me, I'm gonna say safety.
That's a good one.
I agree with that.
And that was one of the most shocking things for me coming from Brazil. And when I went into a cafe and I saw people leaving their laptops on the table, I was literally like,
What do you
mean?
Oh, really?
I can barely leave it in my bag. I have to carry my bag like this in front of me.
Probably leave your drink somewhere, someone steal it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everyone
Well, if you're not careful, they're gonna steal you.
Whoa. Whoa.
Really.
For me, like personally, I thought of like home because I've lived here for so long. But if we're just gonna talk about what other people think, I think K culture, like just culture, Korean culture, exporting culture.
I actually agree with workaholic a lot and alcoholism. I think they're actually really relevant because
Stress.
yes, what I think is Koreans are most Koreans are workaholics. So they work crazy until they retire. So they don't have time to like enjoy drinks. So they have this very little amount of time or little amount of days to like rest, and I think that's when they go like 죽어, and then they much drink.
Sometimes like even students will go to Hagwon after school. It's like they're in school the whole entire day. I'm like,
Yeah, so I was actually like that student who were in school till like 10 p.m. Most Koreans when they're in high school is what they think is, oh, when I'm an adult, I'm gonna like drink till I die. I'm gonna like just live my life out and stuff like that. So I would also say workaholic.
Okay.
Wow.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Fun.
I like hearing new ones that I never heard before.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna say more stereotypes, but it was not that much.
We were all being careful. We could have.
I was saying a lot of strong ones, yeah.
It also showed me like the countries which I don't know as much.
Yeah.
Good.
So today we try to describe our countries with one word.
If you liked the video, please comment, like, and subscribe.
We'll see you next time. Bye.